Inside the gates, the Lee County School District announcing because of safety concerns raised by parents, school buses will be allowed back inside gated communities until an alternative plan can be worked out. For weeks, parents have been telling us their kids are walking sometimes a couple miles in some cases to catch the bus, only to wait on busy roads with no sidewalks outside their gated communities. Four in the Corner's Matt Grant has more on the district's decision to change course.
The decision was announced shortly after 8 this morning, just 2 hours after board member Don Armstrong and myself went to see one of these problem bus stops firsthand. It's 6:15, pitch black on Daniels Parkway in the middle of morning rush hour as students wait for the bus.
How do you feel about this?
I just think it's dumb how we have to be on the street with these cars speeding by.
How safe do you feel?
Not really safe.
This morning, we're joining school board member Don Armstrong, who visited the Cross Creek community on his way to work, to evaluate the safety of the stop.
They all said the same thing. We don't feel safe.
Does that matter in your opinion?
Well, that matters a lot.
And it matters to a lot of parents. We've heard complaints from at least 8 communities after the district started enforcing its own policy, which states buses can't go into gated communities.
What is a child's life worth?
At Tuesday's board meeting, the battle over busing came to a fever pitch when more than 30 parents begged the district to move the stops back. Armstrong admits something needs to change.
What if, Lord forbid, one of our students gets hurt at one of these stops? And we could have done something to make sure this didn't happen.
Shortly after our visit, Superintendent Joseph Burke sent out this memo saying, "I have instructed staff to make temporary accommodations to reestablish bus stops within the specific gated communities adjusted this school year."
Do you think parents will see change?
They're going to have to.
Dr. Burke says he's going to convene a committee made up of representatives from law enforcement and transportation officials to evaluate the district's bus stop policy when it comes to gated communities. The district plans to temporarily change the routes back to where they were by next Thursday. In the studio, Matt Grant, Fox 4, in your corner.
Lee County Sheriff Mike Scott also weighing in on this about-face by the district. In this statement, he says the safety of children is paramount and determinations for bus stops should be made without regard for a gate on a hinge. I believe the stop should be positioned as though the gate were not there. Dr. Burke's decision to move the stops back to where they were comes just 2 days after the board voted down that very idea. Now, the move is temporary. The board is expected to vote on potential long-term solutions at their September 11th meeting.